Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. Welcome to Beauty of Business Virtual Talk, an event organized by bioentrepreneurship students from the Faculty of Biotechnology and Biomolecular Sciences. I'm very delighted to have you here and I'm especially excited for the insightful session that we will be having. My name is Aina Camelia, your moderator for today. So before we begin, I would like to remind you to screenshot or share the session to your friends and family by copying the link of this live or simply press on the share button down below so we can all enliven today's interactive virtual session. So for your information, we will open up a Q&A session at the end of our talk. Hence, you are encouraged to drop your questions at the comment section below. So also, merits will of course be given to FBSB students through a QR code that will be posted at the end of the session. So please stay with us until the end, okay? You can stream this through your laptop, so it will be easier for you to scan the code later. Or alternatively, you can also just click on the link that will be pinned at the end of the session. It will be pinned on the comment section, by the way. Okay, today, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be able to see a glimpse of the beauty industry and what happens behind this from the eyes of a former medical officer, which is our guest speaker for today. Not only but also her thoughts on entrepreneurship as well as beauty. Let's start our event today with the recitation of Dua, and for that, I would like to invite Faris Nur Hakim bin Muhammad, a second-year biotechnology student, to recite the Dua.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, praise be to Allah, Lord of the world. Let your blessing and your peace be on your servant and your messenger Muhammad and on his family and his companions. Allahumma ya Allah, on this glorious morning, in conjunction with the beauty of business, a talk with Dr. Ayn, the founder of Alluskin, we uphold our hands to pray gratefully to thank on your infinite favor to us, till we can live in peace and harmony, to perform our task as your servant. O Allah, we ask for your blessing to make this event in success. Allahumma ya Hayyu ya Qayyum, ya Zal Jalali wal Ikram. You are the mercy of the mercies, and you are the Lord of the universe. You give us mercy from your presence and guidance for the right path. We ask you for knowledge which is beneficial and sustenance which is good and deeds which are acceptable. O Allah, help us to remember you, to thank you, and to worship you in the best of manners. Forgive us, have mercy upon us, guide us, give us health, and grant us sustenance. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين آمين.
Thank you, Faris. Next, I would like to invite our program director, Kavirat Shekhar, to deliver his honorable speech.
Thank you, Aina. Ladies and gentlemen, to many of us, taking a leap of faith or walking where no one has walked before can seem like a daunting act. However, it is these sort of risks that often lead to the best rewards. Being an entrepreneur embodies those aforementioned actions, and they are the ones that go through challenges to deservingly reap the rewards of their work. So it is no surprise that entrepreneurship has become a part of our education syllabus in almost every single course that you can apply for today. And through it, you get to learn the art of communication, crisis management, networking, teamwork, and of course, leadership. All of which are invaluable skills that will not only help us progress through adulthood, but will help us progress through university life. As a student, or as students who take the bio-entrepreneurship module, we have learned that knowledge is most useful when applied. And to me at least, entrepreneurship is one way to make use of the things that we learn in a way that benefits society. Hence, ladies and gentlemen, we are honored to have Dr. Nurul A'in, the founder and CEO of Alluskin Sendirian Berhad, as the speaker of our event today. And Alluskin is a popular homegrown cosmetics brand that I'm quite sure many of you have heard of. So in today's Beauty of Business webinar, we intend to explore the story behind Alluskin, the challenges faced in running a business, of course, entrepreneurship in general, and much more. Hence, we hope that this talk will not only benefit the students of the faculty, but also UPM students alike. Before we start, I would again like to thank Dr. Nurul A'in for graciously accepting our invitation, Dr. Pang and Dr. Zhu for being the coordinators of our Bio Entrepreneurship module, Biomix for helping us organize this event, and last but not least, the amazing team behind this entire event. This event would have not seen the light of day if it weren't for your continued dedication and support. Hence, with all of that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we can finally start our event. I hope that you will all enjoy our webinar today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kavi, for your honorable and amazing speech. So joining us today is a superwoman and an amazing visionary. And when I say amazing, I truly, truly mean it. So she is a former medical officer, a writer, a skincare and makeup enthusiast, a successful entrepreneur, a mother to a beautiful daughter, and most importantly, the founder of a well-known local skincare brand, Alluskin. She's also currently in the process of receiving her MBA while juggling her skincare brand. And honestly, calling her a superwoman would definitely be an understatement. So without further ado, join me to welcome our beautiful guest today, Dr. Ayn Sa'ri, the founder of Alluskin. Dr. Ayn, it's so good to have you here, and thank you so much for spending a wonderful Sunday with us.
Hi, thank you so much, Aina. Thank you so much, Kaviraj. So I feel very honored to be in front of UPM students today. So this is my second time meeting UPM students. So the first one is a face-to-face, and the second one today is via virtual meeting or YouTube live. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Okay, thank you, doctor. Okay, by the way, I know that it's been very hard, like, the pandemic, now the MCO is also extended, so we cannot meet you face to face. I'm sure it will be much better if we could meet face to face. But however, I just want to ask you, like, how have you been doing since the third MCO? How are you feeling, like, mentally, physically?
Okay, so I think that the current MCO is a bit bearable compared to the first one because we are actually like prepared mentally and also physically for the MCO 3.0, and we actually like already have the thoughts of there will be like total lockdown and so on because the cases are rising exponentially, and compared to the first MCO, we are given that news so suddenly. And then after 3 days, we are going into the total lockdown for the first time. And we don't know what to do. And people are going for panic buying and so on. And people actually like those who have businesses, those who didn't have an online business, struggle a lot in the first MCO. So currently, there's a lot of changes, and already like we already have adapt to the situation of the MCO from the first one and until the current one. So I think current MCO is bearable, but then of course there's a lot of people who are not in business already like losing their job. So hopefully they are getting their job back after the MCO is over.
Yes, I totally agree with that. And it's very sad to know that people are struggling, especially even the third MCO, although it's like already normal for some people, but then people who work like face to face, it will be very hard for them. Okay, so next, I'm sure the viewers are just as curious as I am. So tell us about your brand and what made you build Alluskin today.
Okay, so my brand is, we pronounce it as Alluskin. So it's actually like the combination of allure and skin. So we combine it as Alluskin. And people, like recognize and also remember the name easily because of the skin at the back. So it's easy to pronounce and easy to remember. So of course, when you have skin at the back, it's a skincare brand. Okay. That's why I come out with the names of Alluskin. And skincare brand, there's a lot of skincare brand in the market, so it's not only Alluskin. So what actually like differentiate me and the other brands in terms of the name and also in terms of the vision is, I believe that if we provide safe and effective skincare products, it would be beneficial for our customers. And also there's a lot of people in this world actually like doesn't have a specific products that they love. So that's why we are the one who will like try to fill in the hole and to fill in the market. Okay, to grab at least 0.1% of the market share in the world. So what made me actually like build Alluskin today? So when I was in medical school, even though I hated my medical journey so much, but then I actually like realized that I love something about medical, which is like dermatology part. So I thought that if I were to be in the medical journey, in the medical field a bit longer, so I probably like will go through the master of dermatology and so on. But then because currently medical doctor is in contract version, so we cannot pursue our master if we are a contract doctor. So that's why I believe that my aim to become a dermatologist is actually like almost none. So that's why I decided to actually like move forward and then like think about what is the next aim that I want in my life, which is like related to the dermatology. So that's why I try to build my own skincare brand, which is Alluskin. So it started, I think, like way back before I entered the housemanship. So means I'm in my housemanship around July 2017, and then like at that time we already like know that we are a contract doctor. So I told myself that I have to like lay out what kind of skincare brand that I want to release after I finish my housemanship and also MO-ship, okay, my medical officer. So that's why I started to give sharing sessions about skincare and also medical knowledge to the public. And then when people like relate Alluskin, so they know that the people behind Alluskin is actually a medical doctor. So we are using a very ethical marketing and also claims based on our Alluskin skincare products.
Understood. That's very interesting. But that leads me to my second question, which is I know that being in medical school is very hectic, very, very hectic. Like you barely even have time for yourself. So, what made you want to formulate products when you were in medical school? I read about you, and you said that you formulated those products while you were still in medical school. So, why did you formulate it at that time?
Okay. So at that time I was struggling with a very dry skin, and it's hard to find a cleanser with additional benefits that is not drying to your skin. So for examples that we want to have like we want to cleanse our face. We are a medical students, and I think that the science stream students are very busy. The biotech also bioscience students like very, very busy. So if you want to do our skincare routine, we need something that's actually effective and cost us lesser time to do our skincare routine. So that's why I'm thinking of doing a cleanser that have an active ingredients, which is like the 5% glycolic acid, and like to make sure that it is not drying to most of dry skin people. Okay, so that's why we have people who have eczema and also psoriasis uh, trying that product and they love that product. So that is my aim. And of course, it's actually like if you tell me during medical school is busy, I'm sure that housemanship is even more busier. So I have like a little bit more time to actually like selecting the ingredients when I was in medical school compared to the in the housemanship period. So in the housemanship period, I'm actually like focusing on more about the content, also how I actually like want to launch this kind of product. Okay, so there will be like a different phase of taking your products into the eye of the people when you are in medical school. So when I'm in medical schools, I'm actually like formulating. When I'm in the housemanship, so I'm actually like finalize the formulation and also like thinking about how the brand can be marketed in the public. Okay, so it's actually like easier compared to when you want to formulate during the housemanship. The student can have like a bit of free time. You can still watch movies, some sort of that. So I think like actually like we have more free time during our medical students.
So guys, viewers, you can see how doctor spends her free time formulating products and building an empire while we like watch Netflix and stuff. So that's absolutely something that we can like follow and make into account for our own student life. Okay. So for my next question is like considering the stereotype people have on the local beauty industry in the past. So macam people stigmatize local products because back in the days they were only like whitening products and products that were repackaged, or people call it timbang kilo. There weren't that many local products that were properly formulated. Okay, and what do you think and how do you think Alluskin is changing this scene to formulate gentle ingredients and ingredients that actually can benefit our skin?
Okay. So when I formulate a skincare, the one that we have to know is we really have to study about the ingredients. So it means like the ingredients have to be at the tips of our finger. So if anyone asks you about glycolic acid, then I can answer it directly. So what is glycolic acid and how it made of? Okay, so when we want to like market our product as a safe local brand, and of course there's a lot of stigma of local brands and people keep on comparing our local brands to the like the drugstores, right? So why we are not in the drugstores at that time? So currently we are already in the drugstores. So why local brand cannot enter drugstore and so on? So that's like very technical. So when we want to change the stereotypes, we have to be knowledgeable and we have to look knowledgeable. So it means like we have to keep on share about the ingredients, about the benefits of the products without overclaim. So meaning if you know everything about the ingredients, you can actually like select one usage of the ingredients and tell people. And when people ask you whether it is true or not, yes, because it is in the research paper. So if they are telling me which kind of research paper, then I can forward the research paper to them. So that's why Alluskin is actually like changing the stereotype of people towards the local skincare industry, right?
Yeah.
And we are like we actually like we don't use anything like whitening words inside our product. So we use brightening is different. Brightening is just when people say if you are turning on your light bulb, so when it's lightened up, so that is the effect of brightening. It's just glowing skin. Okay, but it's not whitening. So whitening is like different. Yeah, and to get the whitening effect, you need something very harsh product chemicals, which is the hydroquinone, the mercury,
Yeah,
and so on, right?
bleaching ingredients, right?
Yes, yes. So bleaching is more or less the same with the whitening. So that's why people love whitening products because they want to look very, very fair. Okay. So Alluskin is not like that. So we always tell people that everyone should be proud of their skin, and healthy skin should not change one skin color. So that's I think like the tagline that we are using, the copywriting that we're using, the headline that we are using, that does not appear that we are promoting the whitening product. So that's why they are actually like love how Alluskin appears in the market.
Yes. Absolutely. So that's very interesting because I also am very interested with skincare, and I think you are someone that I really look up to because I am also in the science field, and I wanted to take medicine before and take dermatology, but then it was too long for my attention span, so I decided biotech. And I think it's a really good approach that you took science and then make it into something that you like, and I think that's very important. So next, I want to ask about Alluskin, like technically. Alluskin has now 4 products, right? A cleanser, a toner, light bulb serum, and also a barrier cream. So can you explain to the viewers how does the production process of Alluskin look like?
Alright. So we don't have our own factory. So we hire a factory to do the contract manufacturing. So if people are familiar with the OEM, alright, okay. So and then like OEM, like people say that OEM is all everything is timbang kilo. No, there is two type of manufacturing in this world, ODM and also OEM. Right, and sometimes they are actually like combining both. What is the difference of the OEM and ODM is OEM is actually like you have your own formulations and you don't have your factory to manufacture the products. So you hire one factory that have all the capacity to do the production. So that is OEM. While ODM is the white label. So means like they have the factory have their own formulation. You just pick one formulation that you love and then you like put the label on the packaging. So it's becoming your product. So that's the difference between OEM and ODM. And someone like the middle, the hybrid type of version is means like they select one type of formulation that they like and then like they change a bit the formulations. Okay, so that one is OEM and ODM. Okay, so when OEM, so people cannot like copy your product 100% unless they copy the ingredients but not the true ingredients inside the bottle. Right, so because actually like people can lie about the ingredients, okay, but then the one we caught at the end of the day is the NPRA. Yes, and it they will catch you after you register your products, not before you register your product. Okay, so because that's how the process is. Okay, so when I first started, I only have like 2,000 ringgit. That is from my savings. So I save for that 2 years of housemanship, I save like around 6 months of my salary, and I have another like extra 20,000 ringgit to actually like do the production. So I have a lot of part-time job at that time. So I am a part-time makeup artist and so on. So I do contents for other people as well. So that's why I managed to so that kind of capital for me to do the production. So I only have like 20k. So there's a lot of things that you have to take into account, your marketing side, your packaging side, your raw materials, and of course if you are using like only about 500 pieces or 500 units, the raw materials price will be like very very high. And I think like during the first and second batch I don't get any profit because it just I get the money back. So I spent 20k, so I got like about 21k. So I only have 1k to like to roll back the capital. But that's how it's like because we need people to know about our brand first. Okay, there's a lot of things that you can do, but then me, so I need people to recognize my brand first, and before I can make profit out of it, right? So the process is like very very simple. So when I finalize the formulations, so I send to the chemist. So chemist will do the stability test, and after they do the stability test, so we will go to the manufacturer, and manufacturer will make the mass production of the product. And after about 6 to 8 weeks, then I will get my product. So the raw material we import from Europe country, and so it takes about 6 to 8 weeks to reach Malaysia. So there's a very long process. So unless if the manufacturer have that kind of raw materials, so you are lucky, so you don't have to wait for a longer time.
I understand. That's very interesting. I didn't know about OEM, ODM. I only heard about OEM before, and I thought like both of them are similar. So it's good that you clarified that. But I just want to ask one question. Like for you said that we can actually hide the ingredients. Product owners can actually hide their ingredients. So how does that go actually? Is it like legal to do that?
Is of course ethically is illegal. And but then because the current process of NPRA to select the product they want to register is like very very easy. It's like people can register a lot of products, so they won't actually like clarify with you whether the ingredients that you state is correct or not. So they just like accept for the registration purpose. But then they will do that the random sampling in the market. Means like if they know that that kind of brands actually have a bad history, so after they register and after they sell, they will select randomly in the market and they will test. So that's how people who register their product, their registration is taken back by the NPRA, is cancelled by the NPRA because they actually like after they go to the lab, they found the hydroquinone, tretinoin, the steroid, and so on.
I understand. Okay, so before we send it to a chemist for the stability test, so you have to formulate your own formulation if you're aiming for the OEM part. So how does that go? Like formulating, do you actually see like the problems first, or you see the list of ingredients that you personally like? How does it go?
Okay, so when we talk about what kind of products that we want to release, of course we need to know about our target market first. It doesn't matter that how fancy the ingredient is, but then if you don't know how which audience to target, which kind of problems to solve, then you are not doing very well in promoting the product. So that's why that we have to know our target market first. So we have to know the skin problems that we want to target. So when I formulate the skin purifying cleanser, the one that I want to target is the one who has acne prone skin, but then have dry and sensitive skin at the same time. So it's very, very specific. It's like sub niche. So the acne prone is normal to other people, but then because there's a lot of acne prone skin who actually like try a lot of active products in the market, and their skin is actually like very, very dry. Their skin is like very flaky because if you use acne spot treatment, of course that area of your skin will be like very dry. And if they are washing their face with any facial cleanser in the market, so it will tend to be a bit dry on the drier side. So that's why I created a skin purifying cleanser. And when I decide to add 5% of glycolic acid, because I know that 5% glycolic acid is more suitable for those with dry and sensitive skin, because it mimics salicylic acid, and it actually like have the paper who says that it also has mild anti-inflammatory effect. So when it has mild anti-inflammatory effect, then you know it is actually like good for those with acne prone skin. But then it's probably like take a longer time compared to salicylic acid. But then it's good enough for the one who has dry and sensitive skin, because they know that if they are using a product that give them um, the good effects within a very short period, they know that their skin will be very, very dry. So that's why this Alluskin Purifying Cleanser is meant for them. So that's how our Alluskin Purifying Cleanser is still our best seller until today.
Oh, that's very interesting because I didn't know that glycolic acid actually mimics salicylic acid, because I'm also personally am allergic to salicylic acid because it makes my skin so dry. So I might
Yeah.
have to try that out soon. Okay, but before that, I just want to remind to the viewers who are watching YouTube Live today, you can just drop down your questions in the comment section below, as we'll be having a Q&A session at the end of this talk. You can also just write anything that you want, hype each other up, and just write your questions, okay? And then we'll answer it later. Okay, so doctor, I just want to ask, like, if since you have been very active on TikTok, on Twitter, on your own personal Instagram, on educating your audience, and can you like explain why you think that it's important to actually educate your viewers, your market, for your brand and also for your audience?
Yeah. So people think that everybody knows about skincare, but then in fact it is not. The one who know about skincare, of course, if they have like their mother, their sister, or at least their friends who actually like share about skincare education to them. But then there's a lot of people who doesn't care about skincare at all because they think that it is not important. So that's why the education on skincare is very important. So I try to take the approach of I'm not selling my products directly. So I sell my product by giving the education on skincare. And if I think that their problem is doesn't fit our products, I will tell them you are not suitable to use our products, and you probably like you have to find this kind of product in the drugstore. Okay, so because the first one is everybody love to buy skincare when they actually like have a little knowledge about skincare, and if something goes wrong to their skin, they don't know why. They will think about whether the the product is lying, the claim is not true, or probably like they will blame themselves because their skin is actually like not suitable for their products. But in fact, if we are using our products correctly, if we know the function of our products, if we know that the active ingredients can be used how many times a week, then we can actually like reduce the irritation to our skin when we are using the product for the first time. So that's why when we do our skincare education, we always tell them that our skin is different, right? So of course, it will react differently to other skincare products. So for example, if I love my Alluskin so much, so I'm suitable with the Alluskin Prevent Cleanser, probably you are not. Because probably like in the whole ingredients list, probably one of them is not suitable for your skin. So if there's any ingredients is not suitable for your skin, so of course that you cannot use that kind of product and you have to use the other product. And another one thing is when I educate people regarding skincare routine, I always tell them that the higher percentage is not mean it doesn't mean that the product is actually like effective on the skin, because people always like, oh, I want to use that 10% of active ingredients so that I can get the effect faster, or probably like because they are suggesting the 10% products, so it will, so if the higher the percentage, it will becoming more effective for my skin, I can see the changes within a very short time period. So it is like very untrue, because the whole formulation is very important, not the higher the percentage, the greater the product is. Okay, so if we formulate the products with the higher percentage, but then we doesn't care about the side effect to the skins of the our prospect and our customers, will give like higher percentage of irritation to them. So that's why if you want to, let's say like you are new to any active ingredients, you start with the lower one first. Okay, so after you are suitable and after your skin is comfortable with that kind of ingredients, so then you can try to increase the percentage a bit. Okay, and of course if the higher the percentage, you cannot use it every day.
Yeah, understood. And I think people always think that, okay, when they see something on TikTok and then people comment that it's good, and then they buy, and then they buy a lot of things at once, and then it breaks them out, and they wonder like, what is making my skin break out? Because obviously
Yeah,
your skin is also like, it's also shocked to have those many products being put on your face. So I think what doctor said is very meaningful and very informative, because we should look at the ingredients and increase it little by little. Doesn't mean it works on other people, it will work on you as well. All right. So now, Alluskin, you have like this one segment called Allu Share. So tell us a bit more about what Allu Shares is about.
okay. So our skin shares is actually like sharing on the skincare information, and also like sharing about the goodness of our products. So we share it little by little. For example, if you want to share about our skin prevent cleanser, we don't talk about our skin prevent cleanser, the whole thing about our skin prevent cleanser, because people will get confused. So we select the one that they can easily understand and that can help with the skincare problem. Um, for example, when we talk about Alluskin Prevent Cleanser, so we share about glycolic acid first. And then like we share about AHA, we share about how they can select which type of alpha hydroxy acid for their skin, and we share about how glycolic acid can benefit this kind of problems instead of that kind of problem. So that's why Alluskin shares is actually introduced to our audience. And also currently we have our skit, we actually like have two things. If you are following our email marketing, so we have two. Our skin shares is actually like sharing about the products and the benefits of the products, and also how you can use our products. Okay, how you can use them correctly. And we have our skin education time as well. The skin education time is we actually like educate them about skin and about the skincare. For example, like how many serums in the market, how many toners in the market, how to use hydrating toners. Because hydrating toner is actually like a multitasker toner. Okay, it's like a very very like multi-use. So you can actually like use your hydrating toner as a face mist, as a toner, as face mask. It's like people already like sell the compressed mask, so you can put your hydrating toner, and like the hydrating toner will absorb in the compressed mask, so that you can use the compressed mask as the sheet mask. Okay, so that's why we actually like when people read about the Alluskin shares and also the skin education time, they actually like love our email marketing and also our approach on social medias and our videos. So we are getting a lot of positive feedbacks regarding that, and that's why our email marketing opening rates like very high.
Yeah, I also find it really interesting because not many local brands actually do that, share regarding ingredients. And I think it's also people will be more like trusted when they hear you say about all these products and ingredients because you're also a medical doctor, former medical officer. So
Mhm.
also, I want to ask, like, do you think your background in science, specifically medicine, has helped you to build a better brand and reputation for Alluskin? And if yes, how so?
Right. So in terms of formulating, I think yes, and also ethical marketing. Of course, when people want to do marketing that reflect the reputation of the brand, so if I am former medical doctor and I have to use a very safer copywriting and also headlines, so that it is doesn't do overclaim. All right, and it's based on the science. It's not based on what I think about the ingredients is. So it's based on the article and also research papers. So, but then of course, it's not only about the science background. It's also about how we manage the whole brand, especially like how we want to market our products, and in selecting our influencer and also content creators, that we have to be really strict, because we don't want that our creators and also influencers um already like promote the dangerous product and suddenly like promote Alluskin. We'll put Alluskin similar to the one with the dangerous product. So that's why we are very strict in selecting our influencers. So that's why it's a very good to have a science background. But then not everyone with science background, specifically medicine, is actually have the ethical, is have ethics in ethical marketing. Okay, because if you see there's a lot of the one who has a science background is actually like manipulating their statement and manipulating their claims of their products, and people will trust them. Okay, so that part of manipulation is actually like based on their goals at the end of the day for their brands. If they are actually like focusing more on the sales or revenue and not on the reputation of the brand, they will manipulate their statement and tell them that the statement is true because they have the science background. Okay, so that's why it's actually like based on what is your thought is, whether you are ethical or not.
Yeah, true. At the end of the day, it depends on the people, the product producer themselves and their founders. And also, I have another question. Like now, for us, those who are organizing this event, we're from bio entrepreneurship course. So we have this course where we combine biotech knowledge with entrepreneurship and how to market this biotech and science-based products. So do you think that it's especially important to have like a degree in because now you're also doing your MBA, like a degree or knowledge in business to start off a business? Or do you think it's kind of like you can learn it along the way? What do you think?
Okay. So the business degree, if you tell me whether you need to take the business degree or not to become an entrepreneur, it is not, because I don't have the business degree background as well. But then if you tell me whether you need to take MBA to manage your brand better or your business better, my take is yes. It's like you actually like need to take MBA if you want to manage your business better, because you will not, stuck in the loop of trying and error without knowing what is the right thing to do. Okay, we know that there is no right and wrong thing about business, but then of course there should be a guidance for you to manage your business better. So if a business degree, so I don't think that it is important, because um during degree time, it is like very, very important for you to actually like apply whatever that you have in your business, in your degree, and you can actually like apply into your business. And of course, like business degree nowadays, I think they already have the course of entrepreneurship course. Because me also, when I was in medical school, I think of like around like, so I'm 29 today.
Mm-hmm.
So
Today's your birthday?
I finished my medical school at 25 or 24, some sort of that. So I think like it's around like 9 years ago. I 5 to okay. So I actually like have the entrepreneurship course in my medical school. It's about 1 year I think. So I think it's
Wow.
like a very eye opening for me. But then I'm not going to take 100% business degree in order for me to do that, because it's actually like is a waste of time for me, because I need to learn about the medical things as well to formulate my products. Okay, so I need the basic of science. Okay, so and then the business degree is actually not teaching them how to do business. Okay, so even I take MBA doesn't teach you how to do business. They don't guide you how to do business. It's just that they guide you how to manage your business um in a very good way, in a very efficient way, compared to if you don't have any knowledge in doing your business. So that's the difference between business degree and also MBA. MBA is like very, very
Technical.
critical. Yeah, it's not like technical. I think like technical thing is more in the business degree. MBA is more about critical thinking. So they will teach you how to do the strategic planning. The strategic planning is not taught in business degree, and they will teach you about the how to actually like read your financial statement for managers in order for you to decide which kind of products that you want to release in future. That is mean that when you want to release a new product, that will be a new investment. So you have to calculate the cash flow and so on. So that will be that's actually like the one who will teach you about how to read the financial statement is the financial degree. If you take accounting and financing. So in MBA they teach you about how to be a manager and manage your business. Okay. So
Understood.
you doesn't need to take the business degree.
Okay, another question that I want to ask is that since you're saying about like MBA has helped you manage your business even better. So which part of your business specifically, because now we've gone through the research part on the idea part because you're also a medical officer and you're very interested in skincare. So which part of your business that you think is the most challenging part? Yeah, which one is the most challenging part? Whether it's like the marketing part, the financial part, or the managing in general, the production process, which one?
Okay. In the early phase is actually like the production part, because I don't have like really high capital, because I only have 20K, and 20K is like very small if you are into the local skincare brand industry. So it's actually a very, very small, and you only can have like a hundreds, maybe like 500 of products. And then if you want to do another production, then you need to wait for another 2 months before the new production can be present in front of you. So the production wise is the biggest challenges when I started, and currently is the marketing part, right? So because when you are new, people will curious to know about you, so they will test their benefit of doubts, so they will try to buy your products. When you are actually like quite longer in the industry, you are struggling with maintaining your brand in the industry. It's like you are struggling with telling telling people why they should stay with Alluskin instead of other brands, right? Because there's a lot of brands, skincare brands every day. So why they want to like stick to Alluskin and not other skincare products. So that's the biggest challenges today. And of course, in the era of the COVID-19, there's a little bit of a challenge in the production side. So because um, we import the raw material from Europe country, so it will take about 6 to 8 weeks to reach Malaysia. And the problem is with the custom. So they actually like will hold your product, your raw material about another 1 to 2 weeks because they want to check, because there's a lot of issue regarding like importing raw materials from outside. So they really need to check. And after that, then because currently it's COVID-19, we have our total lockdown for MCO 3.0. So even though our manufacturer can actually like operate like usual, but their capacity is only at 60%. So there will be like some delay in the production. So I think like we have currently like two products with totally out of stock in our warehouse, like bulb serum and also purifying cleanser. And both of the products like very very hot selling, so it makes it makes us feels like, oh, this is like a very bad time for us if we cannot get the products before MCO ends, because it's actually like online business bloom very well when they are in MCO.
Really? I
So
just knew that.
yeah, so the first week of MCO is actually our sales actually triple compared to the first week of May.
Wow. Wow, that's amazing. People are wearing skincare in their houses. Like,
Yeah, I
I
think
think
like
people are
they
taking more.
find the time to actually like taking care of their skin.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. So I think that's a really huge plus lah, kind of like the rainbow after the rain, some sort, because like you get to these like beauty industries are blooming in MCO compared to other industries, and I think also food industry that people have been cooking at their houses and then selling it online. So yeah, there might be a boom in that sense. But another thing I want to ask, since you said about marketing is a bit hard, and you also mentioned earlier that you're very particular and strict when it comes to choosing the influencers. Why do you think that's important, and what criteria do you look for?
All right. So I will look at the whole image of the influencer. So I will look up whether there is controversy about the influencer or not. So me and my team will look up about the influencer, and we will watch the other reviews. Yeah, so we will see whether they actually like have promoted timbang kilo products or not. Other than that, how they talk to the public, whether they sound condescending to their audience, because I don't like a headline or a copywriting or a content that can attack anyone's deep fear, because the one that who do non-ethical marketing, they love to actually like like attack someone's deep fear. They will tell that if you have dark skin, then no one will like you and you will not get married. So some sort of that. So I don't like that kind of marketing. So even though if you have acne, you can still get married because it's just acne. So it has solution for your acne. So it doesn't matter whether they have acne or whether their skin is dark, because dark is beautiful. And it doesn't matter whether they have pigmentation, because some problems are there to be solved and it has solution. Okay, so the criteria for influencer, of course, you know about skincare a bit. Secondly, you don't talk bullshit about the skincare. Means like you don't overclaim about the products. Okay, so if it says that it can get rid of acne, so you cannot say that it can get rid of acne within 3 days. Okay. Okay, so safe products, usually you can see the bigger effect after 4 weeks, after 1 month. Okay, so the other things is their appearance. So it means how they actually like appear in the public, in the eyes of the public. Okay, how people think about the influencer, whether people think about her good deeds or his good deeds, or about his or her controversy. So that the criteria for influencer. And we actually like currently we select more content creator because we want to assimilate our products with their content. For example, if they are good in photography, so we will send our products for them to do the photography and like telling other people this is the tips how to take skincare products photography. Okay, so that kind of content. So we are more focusing on that.
Understood, and I think that's very important as well, because some people think that I've read like a few statements from people who actually produce products. They say that cheap marketing is still marketing, or bad marketing is still marketing, because people will look. But it's really amazing how Alluskin takes into account how it's not overclaimed by the public, because at the end of the day, it's for your skin, your biggest organ in your body. So I think it's very unethical for people to overclaim things, and then also like stating comments such as like dark skin, and then people who have acne won't like have dodo or whatever. It's kind of like mind-boggling, to be honest. But another thing that I want to ask is, since you said about the market and you take into account a lot of things when it comes to the influencers, how do you actually specify or find this target market? Like, do you actually have like surveys, questionnaires, or you look through social media? What do you do for that?
All right. So whenever that we want to actually like produce a product, so we need to segment our target market first. So meaning it doesn't matter that you want to produce a skincare product, a body product, a hair care product. The one that you need to know is the market STP. So this is a very technical thing, and the one that will teach you about market STP is the business degree and also MBA. Alright. And the market STP is S is for market segmentation, T is for market targeting, and P is for market positioning. Okay. So the first one is you need to segment first. Segment means like the T20, the M40, the B40. You segment everyone that you have in mind. So you segment everything, and then like after you segment everything, then you proceed to targeting. So targeting means selecting only like probably like 3 target market from the 100 segments that you have already listed. Okay, so that's the difference between segment and also target. And after that, for example, after I segment them according to their income, age, gender, professions, students, or professional or non-professionals profession, and what else that we can in where are they living, whether in the suburb area, in the somewhere like a place that there's a lot of university students, and also a very rural area or very urban area such as KL. So and then like after that you try to make it smaller, and then you target specific. For example, Alluskin target people 25 years old and above actually. So 25 to 35 years old, already have career, and also a fast-paced individuals. Fast-paced means it doesn't matter whether you are a student or not, because when I was in medical field, and I was a medical officer and also a houseman. So the things that I know about skincare is people have a very little time to do their skincare when they are busy. So they are a very fast-paced individual. So that's why we need to give them a product that they can actually like use in a very short time. That's why our cleanser is known as serum like cleanser. They have usually like glycolic acid they use in toner or serum. It's a very active ingredient, so that I put it inside the cleanser so that they don't use 2 products at the same time to do their skincare routine, especially in the morning. Okay, that's how I actually segment and also select my target market. And after that, you have to position. If you need if your target market is someone is like very professional at 25 years old and above, of course you cannot position your product as a product for school mid schooler or high school students, right? So you need to make that you need to show that your product is for the one who is professionals. So you need to be very careful about the packaging and about the claims. And then you need to position your products whether the photo shoot will look more exclusive or professional, the videos that you want to produce whether it is exclusive and professionals, the info that you want to give them whether it is suitable for the professionals or it is suitable for the one who in still in school. So that's how you position, because the right positioning uh will actually like target the correct target market. For example, we take Apple, the iPhone. Okay, people says that if Apple produce a product, it is for T20. Is it true? I'm not sure whether you are thinking that it is true or not. People will say that Apple is actually like producing products for T20 because they already like position their price and also their brands in that way. But they actually have the one who actually a bit affordable, but then people will still see them as a T20 products because they have the iPad mini, which is like more affordable. They have the iPhone SE, which is more affordable. But then do you think the iPad mini and iPhone SE can beat the reputation of the other Apple products? People will talk about the iPad Pro, people will talk about iPhone 12, people will talk about iMac, the new iMac and MacBook Pro. So they already like position their products as premium. So people will be scared to actually like buy their products because they think that they are expensive. That's how you position your product. Okay. So for example, if people want to position their product as a mass market, of course they cannot be expensive. You need to do a packaging which is like a bit more looks more cheaper, because if your target market see that the packaging is a bit fancy, is a bit more premium, they will be scared to take their products and they will scared to buy because they think that they will be expensive. Okay, they won't check about the price, they will see the packaging first.
Okay, talking about packaging, I think this is also a very interesting question. Like, we know and we can see like Alluskin is very big about their own sleek packaging and very easy to use. Like, it's straightforward. Like, you see it, okay, that's how it is. You don't need to like macam, it's not very complicated. So how do you think choosing this kind of packaging important for your brand?
Alright. So because we are targeting our fast-paced individuals. So if fast-paced individuals, they don't want the one that, you know, like if they want to use the products, they need about 10 minutes to use the products. For example, if we are using the moisturizer in a jar compared to the one in a tube or a pump, so it will be you know like quite, it will take some times. So you have to open up the jar, you have to make sure that your hands is like very very clean before you can scoop out the moisturizer, and you have to apply, and after you apply you need to finish your routine first before you can close the jar back, or else if you touch the other things you need to wash your hands back, right? So sometimes they forget to close their jar, so is the ingredients will be exposed to air and it will be like less effective, the moisturizer will become thicker. So that's why what I think is, if you want to target the one who is fast-paced individuals, and you need to put your products in a very very easy packaging, which is like a pump. Okay, so a pump so means that it is just a pump and then it can strictly use, and then they don't need to think about the other things, right? So probably like you only like take 1 minute to apply your moisturizer instead of 5 minutes. Okay, and the other thing is that there's also like a product that cannot be put in the I want to show the packaging in this kind of packaging. For example, is clay mask. Clay mask have a very thick texture. So if you put inside this, your clay mask cannot be pumped out. And so that kind of thing, of course, they need a jar. And of course, if the brand want it to be, you know, like easier to use, do not sell clay mask in powder form, because a lot of people actually like sell sell clay mask in the powder form.
Yeah.
So they have to scoop it out, and then they have to bunch
Put
off first with
water.
the toner, with
Yeah.
whatever they have, and before they can apply. So you can, like sell the clay mask already in the packaging, already have the solutions. So they just have to scoop it out and wear it straight away. That's how important the packaging is.
Yes, and that's very interesting how I never thought about like, oh, okay, if I use the jar, it will take a lot of time since I have to wash my hands. I didn't think or take into account of that. So I think that's very important for those who want to start their business to take into account each of the process of your customers, not you, not what you think is pretty, but what your customers use and your target market. So Alluskin is very uh, focused on like fast-paced individuals as well as people who are 25 and above. So that's very specific. Even though everyone has uh, their own face and everyone maybe needs to wear their skincare, but then Alluskin specifically targets this market. So if other people from outside of the market would want to buy Alluskin, they would still, of course, buy. But then this is the target market, which influences the brand as a whole, how they appeal to the public, and also their um, product and also packaging. Okay, next I would like to ask, what do you feel like after running this business? Like, what type of feeling that you have felt because you've transitioned from medical school to this business world? Like, do you feel any sort of excitement or satisfaction doing this? Like, just a short one.
Okay. So how I feel is actually like very overwhelming. Of course, excited at first, but as you go through, there's a lot of stress that you will go through because you are actually like doing business, and of course your pay and your expenses is coming from the money that you get from running the business. And but it is the challenge, and I love some sort of adrenaline rush. So that's what kept me like going on and try new things and try to find like new marketing strategy, because I'm the creative director and my major in MBA is marketing. So I'm actually like have to go through all sorts of marketing and have to keep updated of the marketing industries, right? So currently that we have TikTok, so then of course that I have to go into TikTok as well. So currently in Malaysia, we are moving into the affiliate marketing, which is like there's a bunch of people who love our products, means like the users, and they want to promote our products but get paid without spending any capital. So it means like business tak ada modal, okay, some sort of that. So it means like you can be the affiliate and also like promote the products because you love the products, right? Not because you want, like you want to be known as an agent and some sort of that. You just want to be known as someone who really love Alluskin, and at the same time you want to get rewarded if you promote the products to your friends. Okay. So when I have to like some sort of um dig further about the marketing strategy that we can use for our products, and also take into account the case study from the overseas, because if you want to be always to be at the front of the industry, you need to take into account the marketing strategy of the overseas brand, because they are 10 years in front of us. So if and it will come to us about probably like 3 to 4 years later. So it will be late if if we are using that kind of strategy a bit late. It will be late. So that's why we have to study about them, and we try to adapt and apply in our business. So it's kind of a bit overwhelming and also exhausting, but then it
Yeah.
is great at the same time.
Okay. So, last but not least, if you could give one advice to those who want to get in the field, what would it be?
The first one is business is not easy. I'm not sure whether um, how people think about business, but for me, business is not easy. Okay, so I do my personal branding 2 years plus before I launch Alluskin. So that's a very long time, and and then like I need like currently we still growing. Okay, so and you need about probably like the first 5 years of business to actually like grow a lot. Means like the first 5 years is actually like about you surviving the business. Okay, and the other things that you have to be disciplined. Means like if you think that you need to do that, you need to do that consistently. So you have to be disciplined. If not, if you think that this is right and then like you do it about 1 month and then like you forgot about it, or you try to do the other things but you left out the things that seems like beneficial for your business, so your business will flop. Okay, because you are not consistent doing the things that good for your business. If you want to add new things, you cannot leave the things that you have started. Okay, so that one already have the a good effect, so you have to keep on doing it while adding the new things. The third one, which is like very very important for the one who want to be in the business field, doesn't matter skincare, foods, or any home products, you need to actually be good in managing your financial. Okay, because people will like if they have like a bit extra money, they will spend it to buy the things that they love instead of rolling back the capital into the business. Okay, the first few years, especially the first 5 years, is the one that you have to really be careful about your financials. Your profit should be rolled back as the rolling capital in order for you to be sustained in the business. Okay, because in finance, cash is king. So if you don't have any cash, you cannot run the business.
Mhm. Okay, that was very interesting. And from the session, we'll be able to conclude that if you don't risk anything, you risk even more. So Dr. Ayn has shown us how she risks changing from being a medical officer to now knowing so much about business and having like a successful business, which is Alluskin. And it is important also to be disciplined, to understand that business is not easy, and also managing our finances. And it is also very important to decide, commit, and also succeed. Okay, now so we're reaching the end of our session. I'm sure the viewers are excited to ask Doctor. I've seen a few comments, many comments actually on YouTube Live right now. So let's move on to the Q&A session, which I will pick a few questions from the chat box and we will ask to Dr. Ayn. So are you ready, Doctor?
Yes.
Okay. So for the first question is, how does Alluskin cope with the perception that all ingredients that have the main acids are bad to the skin? And how do we educate this audience who have this perception?
Alright. So if they have a very bad perception of the names of acids, then we have to tell them what the acids can do. Okay. So if you counter it with the good effects of the acids, they will think that, oh, this is a very good acid. Okay. If we reply it with some sort of a negative answer as well, that we try to tell them this is not bad, then people will register the bad things, not the good things. So that's why when I want to do the Alluskin share, so I will talk about the good thing so that they don't have the reasons to question about how bad the ingredients is. Okay, so the name of acids is actually the chemical name, right? So it's like alcohol. So if the chemical configuration have OH, so it means alcohol. So there's a OL in the ingredient. So not all alcohol is bad, and same with not all acids is bad. The one that is like very very bad is hydrochloric acid, right? Which is like a very very corrosive acid. But how glycolic acid is made is actually like from a flower, a beetroot flower, and then like we process, and then it's some sort of like fermentation, the fermentation process, and we get the glycolic acid. So we have to tell them about what is good about glycolic acid instead of trying to argue with them why the glycolic acid is not bad.
Yes, exactly. And I also think that Alluskin has made that change in terms of they consistently educate their audience. So it's good that you don't need to like explain like that one specific asset because you've been doing that consistently. So when people go to their account, like the Alluskin account, you can see from AlluShares, everything has been answered, that whether it's through video form, through TikTok by Doctor herself, or even through writing. So it's dependent on the perception and also the audience itself. Okay, and now let's move on to the next question. Doctor, how did you manage to do both of those things, MBA and doing your business? Can you give some advices to us students about how you manage your time?
Okay. So business is something that my daily life. So MBA is something I decided to torture myself. Right. So it's actually like doing MBA and doing business at the same time. Of course, it's not easy. But then I'm doing it part time. So that's why I'm taking part time instead of full time. Full time MBA would last about 1 year. So we'll have like 2 long sem and 1 short sem. But then for part time, you will have 2 years. We have 4 long sem and 2 short sem. So that's how I've been like managing my MBA and business like quite well until now. And MBA I take online it's like ODL lah. So it's 100% online, full time online. So the classes is only like once a week, depending on the subject. So for example, like my previous subject is research. The methodology is taking my time 2 hours on Monday after my office hour. So it's like it's around 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. So it doesn't, it doesn't kacau my business time and also my working time. And after that, when will I do my, like my assignment and some sort of that, I will do on weekend. So meaning that you cannot enjoy so much. So you cannot watch Netflix all the time.
Yeah, and you're
And
also like a
especially if the
mother.
subject, yeah, I'm
Doctor.
also a mother. It's like very difficult when I was attending my lecture at night. So my daughter will be here like, mommy, come play with me, come watching TV.
Oh my
So
god.
so it's quite hard. But then of course, because I have a very understanding husband, so my husband we like currently like play with my daughter right now, so that my daughter won't disturb me whenever I do the things that related to my study and also my business. And you really have to plan your time very well. For your information, MBA only have like 5 subjects where you need exams, and the exams only like 20%. 80% is carry mark. So meaning that you have a lot of assignments to do. You have assignments like every week and also every weekend to submit a group and also individual assignments. But then trust me, if you perform very well in your assignments and also like a little bit of your exam, and then you will get like a very, very good marks in MBA.
Understood. That's very good. And those who are watching on YouTube Live, you can take her advice, take doctor's advice on you have to have a understanding partner in order to survive this whole juggling between business, your daughter, and also your business empire that's still growing. Okay, next question is, hi Dr. Ayn, how to know when is the right time to expand a business internationally? That's a good question.
Okay. So as of now, we already like enter the market like a very like in the entry level to Brunei, because we have our resellers in Brunei. So Brunei actually like it's quite good for Alluskin. It's like I think like Bruneians or already like love Alluskin. So they sell about like hundreds or thousands units until today. So it's like very proud. I'm very proud of Brunei, and also we already like ship to Singapore and also Indonesia. But that one is because they are buying straight from our website. Okay, so that's good to have a website, everyone, so that your international fans can also buy from you. So that's good to have a website. Okay, and then when is the right time? I don't think that there is a right or wrong time to expand our business. Okay, I think that if we can try to, like if you have a website, you can people can look up to you. If someone already like buy from Singapore or from Indonesia already buy from the website, it means that you are ready to expand internationally. But then of course, you need to have a website first. If you want to market your product in mass, means like you want a store in Indonesia, you want a store in Singapore, and you want a store in Brunei. It costs a lot. It costs like a lot. Even Colourpop doesn't have their branch in Malaysia yet. Even there's a lot of brands in the overseas doesn't have any branch in the whole country, right? They actually like have their own website, so people will buy from from their website. And if they want to get like free shipping, so they need to reach some minimum purchase to get the free shipping. Okay, so you need to have website, and you can expand easily compared to if you want to bring your products directly to the country that you want to target. Okay, and if you think that the whole Malaysian already use Alluskin or already use your brand, then it's time for you to expand internationally, of course.
True.
But I think that not all Malaysians recognize Alluskin yet, so I don't think that I can expand 100% to the international market.
Understood. Yes, and also I agree about the website part, because we fail to realize that for me also, I buy things that are not in Malaysia through personal shoppers. So it's very good that you if when people actually do like free shipping for a certain amount of products. So first people will buy a lot of them. People will like kumpul their orders, and then terus order one lump sum, and then so we can get free shipping. And also you can manage to expand internationally, because in order for you to go there, the logistics of having to bring all your products to another country is really, really, really hectic. Okay, next question. Do you have another question? Doctor, it is mentioned in your website that your company conducted a recycle program. Can you share with us what procedure that will involve after we send the empty Alluskin bottle to the company? Good question.
All right. Can I share my screen over here? I just want to, because we have the how to send our products for recycle programs on the website.
Wait, let me. Yes, you can, Doctor. You can at the bottom there, there's share. Set your and mic. I think you're muted, Doctor. You can choose to share the window. I think you're muted.
Hello. I already share,
Okay.
but I think in the technical team have to share the. Yes. Alright. Okay. Thank you so much. So so we advise you do not throw your bottles. So you can send back to us to get the 15% discount, right? And it must be 10 bottle of emptied Alluskin products. You just have to wash it and then send it to us. So how to recycle our products? The first one is wash your emptied Alluskin bottle, and then second one is dry the bottle, and third step is pack minimum 10 bottles properly, because previously we have the glass bottle, so we don't want it to shatter or to broke on the way to Alluskin. And then step 4 is send back to Alluskin. And after you send, you just click here to fill in the recycle form once you send it to us. Okay, so the recycle form is a Google form, and it's an automation or it's an automated Google form that we will receive the form whenever you fill in, and then we'll straight away give you 15% discount code via email within 3 days.
Understood. So that's very like interesting to see like a brand, a local brand, encouraging recyclable of their own product packaging, which is very good. Okay, so I think Shazwani has also we had also answered Shazwani's question just now regarding the recyclable items. So we can move on to the next question. Doctor, is it possible to sell local brands like Alluskin in drugstores like Watson, Guardian, and or is there any specific requirements?
Okay, so the things, if you want to sell your products in the drugstores, you need to be reputable as well. So means like they need to have the picture that you are famous, because if not, that you will like take the empty section of their shelf, and like no one is gonna buy because no one knows about your brand. Okay, so for Alluskin, we already like entered, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We already entered six drugstores, the pharmacy. So it's My Happy Pharmacy, Pharmacy Hero, and also Pharmacy UKM. And the drugstore like Watson and Guardians, their specific requirements is after we present or after we pitch, they will show the pitching part to their manager, and their manager will choose whether they want your products in their store or not. Okay, but then you need to understand that if you market in the drugstores, it is based on consignment basis. Consignment means you need to put or park your products first, and like after at the end of the month, if there is any sale, and so if there is any sale, they will release a PO, purchase order, to you, and then you will get the money probably like around 2 or 3 months. So
That's
the
quite
receivable,
long.
yes,
That's quite
the
long.
receivable is quite long. It's like very, very long. So that's why if you are
Mm,
still new, this kind of consignment things in the drugstores is not for you. So that's why you need to
mm.
sell it yourself first. Okay. So like Alluskin, we already like have the capacity to market in the drugstore. So that's why we choose six drugstores to put our products. Right.
Mm. Understood. Okay. So I think we're reaching the end of our session. And thank you, Doctor, for answering the questions. And hereby we can end the Q&A session. And thank you so much for your insightful answers. But before that, I want to ask Doctor if you have any final remarks for our viewers before we end.
Alright. So you need to know that if you are into business, you need to learn from someone who do business first. Meaning it doesn't matter whether you are owning your own brand or you are selling the other brand. If you are selling the other brands, when you are a part of their affiliates, their agents or their dropships and so on, you can actually like recognize and study and learn how they actually like manage their team, and you can also like like learn how to communicate with your customers, and how to do and you can detect what kind of production process they are using right now, right? So how many time, how long that they will need to wait for a new production or new batch to finish. So there's a lot of things that you can learn if you are trying to sell the other brands first, and after that, after you learn and then you know which one suits your business mind, or suits yourself, and also suits your capital, and then you can start your own skincare brand.
Okay. So after listening to Dr. Ayn, I would like to end this talk with a quote that it always seems impossible until it's done. And Dr. Ayn had perfectly proven this to us today. And with that being said, our event has come to an end, sadly. So once again, on behalf of everyone, thank you so much, Dr. Ayn, for your valuable thoughts and views today on the beauty industry and also entrepreneurship. I hope all of you had a great time and are more inspired than ever. And for our fellow FBSB students, a QR code will be given here on the screen for merit purposes. So alternatively, you can also click on the link that is pinned in the comment section. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, Dr. Ayn, and have a nice weekend, everybody.
Have a nice day. Goodbye.
Bye.